In a bright, colorful classroom buzzing with chatter, students flip through digital tablets and tap excitedly on glowing maps of Africa. The walls are covered in charts, ancient artifacts, and maps of kingdoms long gone. At the front of the room, Professor Tortoise, calm and wise, adjusts his tiny spectacles and flips through a giant, dusty history book. Nearby, Atim scrolls through her red digital tablet, Tambo. Her eyes widen. She leans in closer. She's found something interesting. Who were the first Nigerians? The screen flashes. Professor Tortoise leans over, squinting at the screen, and smiles. That's an interesting question. There's only one way to find out for ourselves. He clicks open his glowing pocket watch. Suddenly, the classroom hums with energy. A golden swirl of light spins from the watch. Time to travel. The vortex pulls them in. Atim, Professor Tortoise, and the whole class swirl through time. They land gently in an open savanna, with tall grasses waving in the breeze and giant hills rising in the distance. Birds chirp overhead. Smoke rises from round clay huts. Welcome to Nok, in what is today Kaduna, Plateau, and Nasarawa states in northern Nigeria, West Africa, over 2,500 years ago. Here, the Nok people lived in farming villages. They were artists, blacksmiths, and thinkers. Atim, amazed, watches as a woman carefully molds a face from clay. Big eyes, braided hair, nose rings. It looks just like something she's seen in a museum. These weren't toys. They were terracotta sculptures, used to tell stories, honor ancestors, and show beauty and strength. Not far away, strong men heat iron ore in clay furnaces, hammering tools, weapons, and farming gear. The Nok were the first people in West Africa to smelt iron. They made farming tools, hunting spears, and even jewelry. Archaeologists discovered a life-size sculpture of an elephant made by the Nok people. That's right, an elephant. Isn't that wild? And guess what? We still don't know exactly how they made their art so detailed, especially without modern tools. It's still a mystery today. That same Nok land, it's part of today's Kaduna, Plateau, and Nasarawa states. And yes, people in those areas still make clay pots, terracotta art, and iron tools to this day. The legacy of Nok lives on, in art, culture, and creativity. Atim, still taking notes, looks around in wonder. These were Nigeria's earliest inventors. Their brilliance was buried under the soil, waiting to be discovered again. Suddenly, a strong breeze picks up. The red dust swirls around their feet, rising into the air. It spins faster and faster, pulling toward Professor Tortoise's glowing watch. Like a vacuum, it sucks them back in. The huts, the fields, and the sculptures disappearing in a blur. In a flash, they land right back in the classroom. The vortex fades. Silence returns. Professor Tortoise gently closes his watch and turns to the class. He looks thoughtful. So, young historians, what did we learn today? The classroom buzzes with answers. The Nok were amazing artists. They invented iron tools before most of the world. They didn't write things down, but left behind sculptures and tools as clues. The biggest lesson? Even without writing, the Nok people told powerful stories with their hands, their tools, and their creativity. Professor Tortoise grins and taps the board. Now let's see how much you remember. What was the Nok people's greatest invention? A. Fire. B. Iron smelting. C. Paper. What material did the Nok use to make their sculptures? A. Terracotta clay. B. Bronze. C. Wood. Where were the first Nok artifacts found? A. Lagos. B. Jos. C. Kano. Professor Tortoise, ever wise, closes his history book and says, "Remember, history isn't just about the past. It helps us understand today and shape our future. A people without history are like travelers without a map. They don't know where they're going." The Nok didn't leave any books or writing, yet we still know their story today. How important is it to leave a record of who we are, and how can we do that? Leave your answers in the comments. Don't forget, on African History and Now, we discover, learn and explore. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video so your friends can learn too.